Sometimes, life does not change with big miracles. Sometimes, it changes with one small act no one even notices. This is not a story about wealth or power. This is a story about kindness, and how it quietly saved a broken life. Stay with me till the end, because this story might change the way you treat people forever. In a small village surrounded by green hills, there lived a young boy named Evan. The hills stood tall behind his home, and in front of them were golden crops shining under the evening sun. The air smelled of soil, wheat, and hard work. Evan's house was small, a mud house with cracked walls and a weak wooden door. But inside that house lived many people. His old parents, 2 younger sisters, and a tired silence that never left. Evan was only 22, but life had already made him feel much older. Every morning, before the sun rose, Evan walked through the fields. His feet touched the cold soil. His eyes looked at the golden crops, but his heart felt empty. He worked hard, too hard, yet money was never enough. Some days, there was food. Some days, only water and patience. In the village, people knew Evan as a quiet boy. He spoke less, smiled less, and stayed away from gatherings. Not because he was rude, but because pain had made him tired. At night, when everyone slept, Evan would sit outside the house. He would look at the stars, and ask questions no one could answer. Why does life feel unfair? Why does effort still feel useless? Am I meant to suffer forever? His father was sick. His mother was weak. His sisters depended on him. Evan felt trapped, like a bird with broken wings. He had dreams once. Simple dreams. A better roof. Proper food. A peaceful life. But slowly, those dreams faded. Not loudly. Quietly. Just like hope often does. One afternoon, Evan returned from the fields exhausted. His shirt was soaked in sweat. His hands were rough and bleeding slightly. That day, his father's medicine was finished, and there was no money left. Evan stood near the village shop. He counted coins again and again. Still not enough. People passed by. Some looked at him. Most ignored him. Evan felt invisible. Then, a thought entered his mind. A dangerous one. Maybe my life has no value. His chest felt heavy. His eyes burned. He decided to leave the village for some time. Not to run away, but to escape his thoughts. As he walked toward the edge of the village, his steps became slower. His heart felt broken. Near the dusty road, Evan saw an old man sitting under a tree. The man had white hair, wrinkled skin, and tired eyes. In front of him was a small basket. Inside it were a few vegetables. The old man looked at Evan and smiled. "Son," he said softly, "you look tired." Evan didn't reply. The old man then did something unexpected. He stood up slowly, picked one piece of flatbread from his bag, and held it out. "Eat this," he said. "I can see hunger in your eyes." Evan froze. That bread was small. Very small. But Evan had not eaten since morning. Still, he hesitated. "This is yours," Evan said. The old man smiled again. "Kindness becomes heavier when we keep it," he said. "Let it go. It feels lighter." Those words hit Evan's heart. Slowly, Evan took the bread. That moment. No one was watching. No cameras. No praise. Just 2 broken people, sharing a quiet moment. As Evan ate, his hands trembled. Not from hunger. From emotion. Tears rolled down his face. The old man did not ask questions. He did not give advice. He only sat there. After a while, the old man spoke again. "Life is hard, son. But don't decide your worth based on today's pain." Evan looked up. "How do you know?" he asked. The old man pointed to his basket. "Once, I owned land. Family. Respect. Today, I sell vegetables. He paused. But I am still alive. And I still choose kindness. Those words broke something inside Evan. But also healed something. For the first time in months, Evan felt seen. Evan returned home that evening. Not with money. Not with solutions. But with a lighter heart. The next morning, he woke up early again. But this time, something was different. He greeted his mother with a smile. Helped his sisters laugh. Worked with focus, not anger. Days passed. Evan started helping others in small ways. Carrying loads. Sharing water. Listening. Slowly, people noticed. A farmer offered him extra work. A trader trusted him with responsibility. Life did not change overnight. But it started moving. One step at a time. Months later, Evan saved enough to buy medicine regularly. The house was still mud. But the silence was gone. Hope had returned. Years later, Evan often remembered that old man. He never saw him again. But that one small act changed everything. Not because of the bread, but because of the kindness behind it. And maybe today, someone around you is silently breaking. Not asking for money. Not asking for advice. Just waiting for one small act. A smile. A word. A moment. Never underestimate the power of kindness. Because sometimes, it saves lives without making noise. Thought balloon. Ask yourself, what small act can you do today